the California wildfire disaster. Before I even start, I prayed yesterday. I prayed today. I'm going to be praying tonight for everybody that's there. My family's there. Thank God nothing is going on right now. They all packed bags because who knows? There's been reports of people starting fires. They caught some dude that was pretty brown. I don't know where he's from, but they grabbed him because he was starting to set fires. I don't know in which hills, but he was trying to do it. But my prayers, my heart goes out to every single body, every person affected. I guess, help is on the way. I know yesterday on the PBD podcast, Robbie, I don't know how much, but we raised
a lot.
We sold merch. Yeah. Every single piece of merch from yesterday that was bought yesterday is all going to the individually, not a what is it called? Not an organization. We're giving people the money that are sending us messages. So God bless all you guys. I hope you guys are all safe. And so obviously the thousands of structures were destroyed, all the neighborhoods, 100,000 residents have been displaced. 10 people, as of this morning, tragically lost their lives. And the economic toll is estimated, which I think this is lowballing, $50 billion, with insured losses projected of more than $20 billion. Okay? And it's not just a natural disaster. It's complete failure of leadership. Okay? And it's time to address who is responsible. I want all the Democrats out there that are so loving of this freaking guy. Bill Maher himself said, I just love the guy. Do you still love him, Bill? Is your house not burned to the ground? Gavin Newsom, all right, had the resources and the funding to prepare California for the wildfires, but instead he overpromised and underdelivered. He claimed, this is what he claimed, that millions of acres were being treated for wildfire prevention, but investigations exposed those numbers are wildly inflated. As if you guys didn't know that he's this freaking snake. Okay, and here's a clip of him. Donald Trump already basically went on camera and said it was his fault because the last time that there's a fire, Trump was like, we need to get the brush, we need to clean, we need to do whatever. He didn't do it. This is Gavin responding when Trump calls out his failures. Go ahead, Kelly.
We're in the public safety phase.
I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
One can't even respond to it. I mean, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us.
Guess what? It's not politics, Gavin, you scumbag. It's called accountability, okay? And you have none of it. One of the worst
FEMA directors in North Carolina were unavailable for comment.
Yeah, exactly. He's hands. Go ahead, Robbie.
Well, it's so funny that he mentions the churches burning down when he literally closed the churches and banned people from being able to congregate in churches during COVID-19 for a pandemic that, let's be realistic about this, it killed people with comorbidities, had a very low mortality rate, and you banned people from gathering in those churches, which led to what? A lot of people falling out of faith, a lot of people falling back into substance abuse issues. And so now all of a sudden you care about the churches because they're on fire because it plays to your narrative, but in 2020 you couldn't give a shit about the churches because you shut them down and banned people from getting inside of them for COVID.
As if he's a Christian. Like that guy, Gavin in church, his feet would freaking ignite on flames. That's that type of freaking demon, all right? And then, this is my favorite. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yep.
Did you see this one, Brandon?
Oh, yeah.
So a woman, Gavin's doing his little tour, standing in front of fires because, like, get your ass, go do something. Get some water there, all right? Get your ass out of there with your hands in your back pocket. This is a woman confronting him about his failures. And guess what he does? The typical L.A. Hollywood. I was trying to call Biden. Kelly, play this so I can get pissed off.
Governor, you got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now.
No, it's real.
To specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through.
Why?
Oh.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now.
No, he's not.
To immediately get reimbursements, individual
scumbag.
assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one building.
This
makes me so uncomfortable.
No, it doesn't make him look
Go, you cut it, cut the hell with him. Go ahead, Rob.
No, but it's obviously fake. First of all, we've been around governors. We had Governor DeSantis in. He comes in with a team of security. You're telling me this guy's walking around that burned down wildfire areas and there's no security to stop a mad woman from running up? And then she's the worst actor. Oh, my God, my daughter's church or school burned down. That's not what you care about.
Right.
You care about neighbors' houses burning down, people dying, not your daughter's school. That is all fake. That entire thing was bullshit.
But why would he orchestrate it, though? Because, I agree, it did feel fake, but it didn't make him look good. And he had a stupid response. He said that he was on the phone with Biden, and then she said...
Because he's retarded. You're trying to give a retarded person logic. I have no idea.
He's a good
I
actor,
could just
though.
tell you, you guys all believe that woman? Every single person sat here and watched that and believed that woman was not a paid actor?
No, she didn't feel like an actor, but it made him look terrible, so I don't get why he would do that. Why would they release it after?
Look at all
He
the other
looks
things...
bad.
All the other things Democratic politicians do that make themselves look terrible while they're trying to look authentic, it's because these people don't know how to connect. So I won't go so far as to say this woman is obviously a paid actor, but I think Rob is right to be skeptical of it.
That was the worst acting I've ever seen.
Look at all the things they do.
Remember the last time they got in trouble for claiming paid actors? I don't think it's a paid actor. I think people.
Okay, this is not Sandy Hook. That is the retardedest logic. You're going to try and bridge the gap between Alex Jones and what I just said, in my opinion, and not that of Valuetainment's. That woman is completely fake. Can you play that first 5 seconds again, Kelly? You guys are all going to sit here and watch this and tell me that you think that that's real? That's bullshit.
I watched the video.
I thought she was a reporter.
Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally
One
talking
security
to the president
guy?
right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I
can't- it
don't
doesn't-
believe it.
I'm sorry.
Rob doesn't
There's
believe
Not at
literally-
all.
I love it.
I've tried
All right,
5
Kelly.
times, that's why I'm
I believe that 2 planes slammed into the World Trade Centers and brought those down more than I believe that woman was real.
I actually believe her.
You believe her. Well, guys, we can
I
agree to
believe it.
disagree.
That's a woman in pain. Like
Listen, it's
when you're under stress, like you act weird.
So now all of a
believe
sudden we're
her.
going to believe in the media? We haven't believed in the media for
No,
the
no,
last
no.
8 years, and now all of a sudden we're going to buy into what the media is giving us, Humberto? That's what you're telling me?
No, because I watched the thing 2 or 3 times, and she looks in distress. And then if there was a paid opportunity, he wouldn't pull the phone and go like, oh, he didn't pick up my call. Like,
Okay, well then now Gavin Newsom's not responsible because the president won't return his phone calls. So there's your angle. Why does Gavin Newsom want that to be set up and staged? Because it doesn't make Gavin Newsom look like he's in charge. He's trying to get a hold of somebody, the federal government, who won't return his phone calls.
And Biden got caught laughing. Do you have that?
Oh, no, I don't have it, but,
So Biden
speaking
made the
of
joke?
the word, Biden is doing a press conference with Kamala, and he goes, what was the quote that he said?
He's like,
He goes, fire away, Kamala, and he goes, no pun intended. Even Kamala was like,
he started crying.
no.
No, she laughed a little bit.
Because she's a demon too. But the worst was, he's doing a press conference with Gavin Newsom, and Joe Biden goes, dude, people are burning to death, lives are destroyed, and he goes, hey, on a lighter note, I'm a great grandfather, and people started clapping. I'm like, Joe, get your old decrepit ass out of there, and just for her sake, hopefully he doesn't shower with any of these young people. Just don't shower with them, Joe. But anyway,
There's no water for him to shower with.
According to his daughter,
according
by
to
the way,
his daughter's
in her
diary,
diary.
hold on. According to Ashley Biden's diary, her father would shower with her probably at an inappropriate age. You fill in the blanks. Okay, you think about that one. Anyway, Kelly, this next video, one of my favorites, David Muir. You guys know who David Muir is? He's the ABC, what would you call him?
Debate
Pundit.
participant.
He was a debate participant, not a freaking moderator. You want to talk about Hollywood, vain, just like Gavin Newsom. These people have 0 souls, okay? He's here. Everything behind him is gone. Everything is destroyed. But this guy took a freaking jacket and tried to make it look fitted by putting pins behind it. Bobby pin. What are they? Clothesline pin? What are they called, Kelly?
Bobby
Clothespins.
pins.
Play this to show this freaking scumbag.
Shopping, a place to eat. Tonight, as you can see here behind me, it's been
look at the jacket. Look. Look at the back of the jacket.
Oh my God!
Rob, he pinned it to make it look fitted. How vain!
I should do that. That's fine. But
Yeah.
then it would just look
Like, think about. Okay, you guys understand what? Like, put yourself in the mindset of you're in California. I'm pretty sure he lives in California. Does he live in California? Probably. Shit is on. You're standing in the middle of one of the worst fires California has ever seen. People are dead. Their lives are ruined. But you're like, you know what, guys? Listen, the jacket. I'm not. I gotta look good. I work out for a reason. I go to 24-hour fitness. I'm not. You're not putting that baggy shit on me. What a disgusting. Like, what are you doing?
Like you're taking the time to fixate on that rather than.
That's
like,
what he's
you
worried
know,
about.
yeah.
How about go get a bottle of water, you asshole, and throw it at somebody?
Yeah.
Throw it at a house or something. That, you know what I mean? That's what you should be worried about. But no, you got the clothespins before you left. You should have got water to save somebody.
Yeah,
but
well,
anyway,
this like the thing with Newsom and whether that woman is actually an actor or not. It just shows how stupid these people are when they try to pull these things off. Because, okay, let's say you're David Muir's wardrobe people. And you're like, all right, we got to make the jacket look more fitted so he looks better on camera. Let's pin it back. You would assume that then somebody would be to tell him, hey, don't turn around. Don't turn your back to the camera so they can see the ridiculous thing behind you. Yeah. But then he goes and turns anyway. So
idiot.
None of them are thinking that they'll ever get caught with these things.
Ever.
But their own stupidity eventually outs them. And it's moments like this that show how ridiculous
and it
they
makes
are.
me feel good because you'll get, dude, this thing exposed so many freaking people. I love it. So then you saw me almost fall right there.
No, it'd be so funny if you stood up and you had clothespins on the back of your jacket.
I leaned over, I'm like, hey, Rob, I dropped one of my cards.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie. But then, guys, you can't make this stuff up. I want to play the video in a second. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, you guys know where she was during the crisis?
Ghana.
She was in freaking Africa. And listen, you're the mayor. What the hell are you doing in Ghana for the an inauguration of the Ghana president while the city is engulfed in flames? What's up, Robbie?
Is that like her native land or something?
No, I don't even know. I don't know where she's from.
So she went on Saturday, which last Saturday, before the fires broke out. But they were warned on Thursday of that week, 2 days before she left, that there could be large wildfires in the area due to the winds that were coming through.
And she still left.
And she still left the state. So that's a dereliction of duty.
100%.
You know that there could be tragedy coming to your area, and instead of being there to be able to mobilize support, you go on a trip to Ghana.
Yeah, dude, good, because it's going to get to my point. Before she left, she approved a $17 million budget cut for LA Fire Department. Okay, when the city needed leadership most, she was out of the picture on basically a vacation, seeing somebody get sworn in.
Can I add to it?
Please do.
All right, she is like literally like most of the time when I call someone a communist, I'm like, a communist. All right.
Yeah.
She is literally a communist.
How?
Okay, she was brought up in what they call the Black Student Alliance.
Okay.
And then she joined the Venceremos movement. She went to visit Fidel Castro in the 70s.
Oh,
right?
damn.
So like this like mega super actual Cuban communist type of person that does this. It's unbelievable. I don't know how she got voted in.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, she's a
DEI hire. She's a DEI. Well, and guess what? Fire chief. Kristen Crowley, first LGBTQ fire chief. Instead of focusing on making sure the department was ready for the worst, she was prioritizing diversity, equity, and inclusion. And my favorite, this is like, guys, I genuinely thought, Kelly, that this was a joke till I had to look, and it's real.
Yeah.
Christine Larson, the first black lesbian equity bureau chief of the LA Fire Department. Here's a clip of her addressing the concerns about whether she could carry a man.
She's black?
Yeah. Yeah, watch this. Out of a fire.
That's
a woman.
What is a woman,
Wait,
Connor?
time out. If you guys
Not
haven't
that.
seen this, guys, if you haven't seen this, Rob, I cannot wait for you to listen. Imagine this is the person responding to your house if it's on fire. Go ahead.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire.
Listen.
Which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm
Her
sorry,
fault
man,
for
but
being in a wildfire?
Or any fire.
if you're that broad-shouldered and you can't pick up a dude, what is the point?
Yeah.
Like, that is not some
Well,
skinny
due
little
to her
90-pound woman.
Sexual orientation. I don't think she's into picking up dudes.
I guess.
No, she's into slamming chicks.
Christine, I'm just curious. What if the person fell and broke their leg, or you know,
it's their fault.
Yeah, no.
Why? Women
you shouldn't have fucking broke your ankle and fell. You disgusting idiot.
Vin,
like, what an idiot.
Like firefighters.
Yeah, victim blaming.
No,
that's exactly what it is.
Firefighters, that's one of those jobs that just subjectively women shouldn't be allowed to do that. Like the physical part of it, you definitely should. Like in police and firefighters, women shouldn't be allowed to do that. It's a liability.
I was just about to make that point. You know, I come from a law enforcement family. My best friend is a firefighter EMT. Every male cop and firefighter I have spoken to will agree to the fact that women should not be cops and firefighters. Like, there are roles within departments that women can perform.
Yeah, like a desk.
Kelly?
Yeah, but you also just... You don't want, like, I've heard my friend who's a firefighter was telling me about a call they ran where, unfortunately, a small child was dead.
Oh, no.
And it traumatized everyone who ran the call because it was a bad thing. The female firefighter who was with them quit a couple days later because she was the one who was most traumatized by that. And there's certain things where you have to get to a point where you admit men are supposed to perform certain roles, and you take on certain burdens.
for that.
Go right ahead.
Like,
I'd be
can
shocked
you
if you didn't
him
disagree with me on
But-
this,
but-
but
Oh
go
my
ahead.
God.
We're talking about physical strength.
I'll let Kelly respond, but let Humberto go first.
No, this is not a joke. I went to training to be a firefighter until they're volunteers. So I went through 3 months of training, and the physical. I'm a big dude, bigger than Brandon.
Obviously.
Obviously, bigger than Brandon.
By height.
You know, I'm a
It
big
ends
dude.
there.
I can carry a lot of weight. The equipment that you need
80 pounds.
It's 80 pounds, and the hoses are heavy, and then your hours on the job. Even the jackets, Vinny, they're super heavy. The equipment, the mask, tight spaces, like high, stress situation where you need to make split-second decisions. Like it's not.
She can work for the fire department, but firemen.
Yeah.
Kelly, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Okay, so before seeing this clip of this person, I'm like, you train and you test to do this. There's no way I'm going into a burning building with 5 other men to save people, and they're not going to trust me to be able to do my job, whatever my role is, right? If it's carrying somebody out, like, I have to be strong enough to do that, for sure. There are women that can do that, and there are plenty of men who can't. But for this person to be a firefighter and say that they can't carry someone out, I think that's irresponsible, for sure. But that doesn't mean that women shouldn't be.
No,
there are
listen.
plenty of
I think a trans woman could do it.
Right.
A dude that's pretending to be a woman.
No,
Exactly.
I wouldn't
women
mind
can
if some
do
guy
it.
came in and like, help me, it's ma'am.
Yeah.
And he grabbed me and helped me.
Before we
more
get
than-
accused of being 4 dudes, 5 dudes on a podcast that are just shitting on women, there are jobs that women are qualified to do that men should not do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't
Watch
think
kids.
men. Yeah, I don't think men should be teachers. I really don't. I think even though we do have larger brains than women, I think that that women have a more nurturing, tender, caring side to them. So I feel like they are better for education than men because men we don't have that natural instinct. I'm trying to take care of my 15-year-old son this morning who's sick, and I was like, bro, I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to throw up in the toilet. And then I'm like, when I feel sick, I just go, I'm sick, and then I take medicine, I feel better. But when my 15-year-old's sick and my wife's around, my wife rubs his back, puts a cool washcloth. She knows how to do those things. I don't have those in me. So it's not sexist to state the obvious that there are right jobs for different sexes because there are jobs that men can't do as well and women are qualified.
I want to see the chat actually answer whether or not men should be teachers because I don't think that the audience would actually agree with you.
Okay,
on
and
that
while they're
point.
doing
young
that,
kids.
yes or no, the men teachers, and then everybody, would you want a female firefighter running in and getting your big ass out of a 3rd freaking story window and bringing you down?
And look, man,
What if I'm the only person there? What if there's the woman
guess
is
what?
the only
Then
person that actually
you're
showed
both
up?
going
I'm
down.
gonna be
going
2
to
dead
die.
bodies
They're
instead of 1.
volunteers. What if there's not enough volunteers? What if you have a better chance of somebody saving you?
Then everybody
that's
dies.
trained
Well,
to do
well,
it, and there's more than one way to carry somebody
This
out.
is an episode for physical
saying.
challenges. So we will eat our words. Go get me any woman in the office, have them come on the stage and pick up any member of this panel right now, and we will all shut up forever.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine? Alicia weighs like 92 pounds
with all her
wet.
clothes.
Yeah, so like imagine if you're trapped.
Okay, there's more than one way to do it. Like,
Oh, come on.
Wait.
I'll pay $1,000 if Alicia could come in and pick Brandon up and carry him 5 feet. I'll pay her $1,000. I don't have it.
And it's called a fireman's carry.
There's more than one way to pick somebody up.
No, but Kelly's
dragging by their arm?
No, but Kelly, what he's
All over TikTok.
Kelly, what he's saying is picking up a body that's unconscious on the floor that weighs 100 average male, 160 pounds. Get him off the floor, fireman carry and bring him out. I think it's nearly impossible.
If I could get one of you laid on the floor.
And you're not going to pick me up and fireman carry me over your head.
I could. Okay.
Try it.
Try right now.
More than one way.
Try right now.
At the end of the show,
Yeah.
I'm going to see if Kelly can fireman carry me off the stage. And guess what?
No.
I ate a big breakfast, woman.
It's not just the fireman carry, though. They use other ways.
Okay,
to
we'll
carry
see if
them.
you can get me off the stage.
I'll move you off the
without
stage.
dragging me. I don't want to get dragged. My freaking pins in the back of my jacket.
All right, keep going.
We have one more clip.
I didn't train to do this, okay?
All right, I got one more clip. Is it?
Apparently, neither did she.
And if we have our way, you never will.
One more clip. Joe Rogan, back in July, predicted this would happen in July 2024. And yeah, he might be a freaking psychic. He used to live in California for the majority of his life. Kelly, play this clip about Joe the psychic.
And go.
I talked to a fireman once. This is one of the reasons it freaked me out. And he was telling me, he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind and fire's going to start in the right place and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean. And there's not a fucking thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. Because these fires are so big, dude. When they're talking about like thousands of acres that are burning simultaneously with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And the wind's just blowing embers through the air, and those embers are landing on roofs, and those houses are going up, and they're landing on bushes, and those bushes are going up, and everything's dry. And once it happens in a way where it's so spread out that there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do.
You just have to evacuate, right?
Nothing they can do.
By the way, is there any, like, I'm just, before we end my story and move on, there has to be other solutions. We have some of the smartest people in the world, Elon, all these people. Is there a spray? Is there a, like, you know it's coming, spray the house with some fire retardant. I know you guys are going to love that word. But, like, or like a major, I mean, guys, there are ways. And please don't tell me that we do not have the money or the resources. They have it, period, okay? Maybe Ukraine, because I know that, you know, some of our money, Jake, what'd you say? Some of our money went to, excess supplies went to Ukraine because that's how we roll. I think, hey, Ukraine, it's time to start sending us some of that money back because our people can need it, okay? We need it. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I'm tired of them. We don't have the money. Oh, we don't have nothing. No, we have it, but you guys are giving it away to other people, and we need solutions. Something, a tarp. I don't care if it makes the house look ugly. Something on the house for an emergency like this, boop, the tarp goes over the house. I don't know. I'm not smart in that sense, Rob.
And to what Jake said, and to verify your point, the Los Angeles County Fire Department said in March of 2022 that it gathered and donated supplies and equipment and gear to first responders in Ukraine. Those items included hoses, which you need to put out fires, nozzles for the hoses that you need to put out fires, turnouts, helmets, body armor, and other associated personal protective equipment. So, yeah, they're literally taking the supplies from the people that could be fighting these fires in California. Now, there's no water to put in the hoses, but that's a separate issue. But we're giving those overseas rather than taking care of here at home. It's crazy.
Yeah, and this fire wasn't just caused by nature. It was made worse by mismanagement and people like Gavin Newsom and all these people that are just like, if that's not the main, if you work for the fire department, the main thing on your mind isn't, you know, preventing these freaking fires and knowing what to do when it happens and then we don't have any fucking water. No, dude, that shit pisses me off, bro. My family's directly involved. I know people that have lost everything, and they're not going to get it. But, bro, and Pat talked about on the podcast, how long do you think, Robbie, one house is going to take to cut, like just a house that just burned down the Palisades? How long till they start building one freaking stone or one dig or one permit?
But why at this point? I got to be honest. It's weird because it happened here in Fort Myers Beach, Florida. The hurricane came through Milton, and but previously to that, 2 years ago, Ian came through and wiped out the town. And you drive through, and it's terrible because it's like what you see in Malibu. When you're at least the houses are still there, but they're gutted because of the salt water and because of the water coming in from the ocean. So you look at that and you go, why? Like, at what point do you just stop rebuilding? Because eventually, like, earthquakes happen all the time in California. There's constant wildfires. So what, you're going to spend 3 years getting the permitting for a house, 2 years to build a house, and you move in the house, and then another wildfire comes in 6 years and burns the house down.
Yeah.
Why keep doing this?
Well, my point is, Rob, and I don't know about this. I'm not a prefabricator or whatever. Build it with shit that's gonna withstand it. I don't know. There has to be a solution.
But there has to be a solution.
We're not stupid.
That's the main point.
Steel beams, even jet fuel can't melt it.
You lived in California. I lived in California. I remember driving through, through Malibu to go surfing. All right, yeah. I borrowed my dad's friend's Cadillac. I went there with my surfboard. I saw the house. I was like, holy crap, this is the way I want to live, right next to the beach, beautiful houses. They're also erasing the cultural center of the United States. There's houses that are being burnt right now that were in movies. You know, they're part of American culture. Aside from they're deleting American culture. It's so sad. It's unbelievable.
Do you guys think that any of this is, just before we move on, any of this malicious? I saw reports that you...
Yeah,
that's what I'm wondering. Do you guys think that there's part of this where it's like, hey, let's look the other way so this does happen at a minimum?
That's a perfect segue.
Well, yeah, because go ahead. They've already caught some people, and they're already talking about it, which we're going to go to our next story.
The number of wildfires caused by homeless people burning trash.
I saw it all the time in LA. When I was in LA, they'd be cooking food on the side of the freeway, and they'd start brush fires. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.